Hello, I'm Chelsea. Have you ever wanted to get creative and make something of your own? How about a scarf just like this one? Well, today I'm going to show you how. I'll teach you the basics of crochet, show you what you need to know specifically for this scarf, and the step-by-step process on how to make it. So what is crochet? It's a yarn craft that's traditionally done with one hook. Not to be confused with knitting, which is done with 2 needles. Your basic stitches are chain, single crochet, double crochet, and slip stitch. For every project, you need yarn and a crochet hook. Choose your yarn wisely, as there are many different shades, textures, and sizes of yarn. There's also a variety of hook sizes for every yarn. To know what size to use for which yarn, you simply look at the label and find where it has a little crochet hook. Now on it, it will give a measurement in millimeters, and that's what size you should use for your hook. Now you can use any size hook for most yarns, but keep in mind that the smaller or larger that your hook is, the smaller or larger your stitches and your project is going to be. Now here's what you need to know for the scarf. First is a chain. To do chain, you merely pull the yarn through the loop. Now do it a few more times. And there you have it, a chain. Now you may have noticed how I hold my yarn in my other hand. In traditional how to crochet books, like Cool Stuff, Teach Me How to Crochet, it will say to wrap the yarn around your pinky and then thread it through your hand like so. Now, I never enjoyed this method, and therefore I learned to control my yarn tension this way. For beginners, I suggest doing it the traditional way, as yarn tension is very important in crocheting. The next stitch is single crochet. After you've made your chain, you stick your hook into the next hole and pull the yarn through, but make sure not to pull it through the loop. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Now you just pull the yarn through both of the loops, and there you have it, a single crochet stitch. The next stitch is a double crochet. What you do is you yarn over the hook, stick it through the hole, and then like the single crochet, you pull the yarn through the hole, but not the loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Next, you pull the yarn through only 2 of the loops, leaving now 2 loops on your hook. And finally, you pull the yarn through both of the last 2 loops. And there you have it, a double crochet stitch. The final stitch to know is a half double crochet, which is actually very similar to a double. You follow the same process of getting the 3 loops onto your hook, but now instead of pulling the yarn through 2 loops, you pull it through all 3 loops, and that's called a half double crochet. We're now ready to start making the scarf. For this, you need a skein of yarn and a size whatever crochet hook that you want to use. For this, I'm using a 5.5 millimeter. Now to start, we'll make a slip knot. After you've made your slip knot, you need to chain 202 times. Now that you've finished all 202 of your chain, we can start on the first row. First, single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Now chain 2 and skip the next chain. Yarn over and insert the hook into the next chain. Draw up a loop, yarn over, and draw through 2 of the loops. Now yarn over and insert your hook into the same chain. draw up a loop, yarn over, and draw through 2 of the loops. Now yarn over and draw through the remaining 3 loops. This is your cluster. Now chain 2 and skip the next chain. Single crochet in the next chain. Now make another cluster. Now repeat this all across for your first row. Congratulations, you finished row 1. Now that you reach the end, I want you to chain 4 and turn. Now we can start row 2. Now single crochet in the very first cluster. Now chain 5 and single crochet in the next cluster. Now repeat this across the scarf for row 2. Alright, we've reached the end of row number 2. Now what I want you to do to finish off this row is to chain 2 and then double crochet in that first single crochet that you made. Now I want you to chain 1 and turn. Now I want you to single crochet in that double crochet you just made. Now chain 2, and I want you to yarn over and insert your hook into the first single crochet. Now draw up a loop, yarn over, and draw through 2 loops. Yarn over, and insert your hook back into the same single crochet, draw up a loop, yarn over, and draw over through the first 2 loops. Now yarn over and draw through the last 3 loops. Does this look familiar? It's our cluster again. Now I want you to repeat this across the entire row. Next, what I want you to do is to chain 2 and single crochet in the next chain 5 space. Now I want you to do another cluster. And repeat this along the entire row. Alright, we finally reached the end of row 3. Now to end it, I'd like you to get to the 3rd chain of that 4 chain that you made before, and I'd like you to single crochet. Now I'd like you to chain 4 and turn. Now for the next few rows, I want you to repeat rows 2 and 3 until it's at the desired width. I'm going to be doing 11 rows total. And now you've finished your scarf. Now all you need to do is tie it off. You merely take some scissors. Now make sure to have quite a bit of a length left so that way you can weave it in and cut it. Now for one last time, you yarn over and pull it through the loop and pull as hard as you can. And that's how you tie it off. There you have it, a beautiful March scarf. I hope you found this tutorial helpful in learning about what crochet is and how to do the stitches for this pattern. I also hope the instructions were fairly easy to understand. This pattern was originally written on a blog on allcraftblog.com, and I'll include the link at the end of this video. I merely am demonstrating in the video how this pattern is done. Good luck and happy crocheting! Thank you.